Hey, how you guys doing? Alan here. I'm making this video to tackle an issue. And that issue is basically responsibility, man's responsibility for his action. I've thought about it, and I want to share my opinion on the situation. There's people around who are like-minded who can add on it. There'll obviously be those who disagree, and I welcome those who disagree. We can disagree in good faith, and we are here to help one another to be able to understand the situation, because at the end of the day, all information that we want to spread, we want to pass on, is always supposed to be for the benefit of mankind. Unless we want to keep mankind down, then keep such opinion to yourself, because the reason for this is to be able to help those who are struggling with various issues. Certain issues such as one of the main one is suicide and depression, anxiety. All those leads up to suicidal thoughts and the act of suicide. And the year that we're living in, we've heard statistics about the suicide rate is increasing, and for that particular reason, the core issue needs to be addressed. And because the core reason has never been addressed, or has been addressed but being brushed under the rug, we continually see an increase in number of these particular cases. Okay, so this is basically what I want to state, is that man is made or unmade by himself. Man is made or unmade by himself. What does that mean? That means that everything that you do, every choice that you make, is what is going to forge the character and the person who you are. Despite your outside influence, despite the society that you live in, at the end of the day, only you, nobody else, only you can develop the character that you want to be. This is such a simple concept, but it's so distant from our society, is because we tend to always blame somebody else for our choices and our action. We are being taught from a young age that the choices that you've made is a result of the people around you. So if you did something bad, it's their fault. Like, for example, when you have all these mass shootings in the United States of America, the minute that these individuals are caught, the first place that they're taken to is a mental institute, because they're blaming the society that the person grew up in, the environment they grew up in. Is probably because he was bullied or because his parents didn't treat him properly. All those are reasons why, and excused for his action and not getting the consequence of his action. So one of the core issue is what you are being taught from a very young age. If you're being taught that way, I understand why you feel as if society should be blamed. But then if that continues, we've seen evident that that doesn't work. We are taught in society today that man is born at a clean slate. Okay, when man is born, society influences him, and through that influence he's either good or bad. If you have that mindset, then it's easily understandable why you blame society. But is that actually the true nature of man, though? I have a question. You think about it. When you were younger, or if you can't remember, if you look around you and you have little kids around, who taught them to lie, cheat, and steal? Did anybody teach them that? No. Nobody had to teach a man to do evil things. We are naturally inclined to do things that are evil. And because we're naturally inclined to do things that are evil, we clearly understand that whatever action that you do, you are responsible for your own action. The law of cause and effect. Every single thing that you do have an effect. You do something good, you'll have something good come out of it. You do something bad, you'll have something bad come out of it. At the end of the day, you reap the benefit, whether it's good or bad, because it's your choice, your decision. Here's an example. If somebody holds a gun to your head and says life or death, you choose life or death. Does that gun make the decision for you? No, it doesn't. That gun does not make that decision for you. At the end of the day, you make that decision, and you have to decide whether you want to live or whether you want to die. So we need to move away from this mindset that we need to blame other people for our actions. Once we truly understand who we are as individual, once we truly understand what our natural state is, only then can we find a solution to solve the problem. And once we truly understand that concept, that we are responsible for every single thing that we do, we will then be able to make better decisions. Because 97% of the world population are driven by fear. You will not do this because you fear the consequences of this. You will not do that because you fear the consequence of that. Because there is no accountability for action, people do whatever they want to do. I'll put a pause on that one there, and on our next segment we'll talk about limitations. Why limitation is actually a good thing. Yeah, I'll thank you very much for listening. Leave your comments below whether you agree or disagree. If you have something you want to add to it, let's do this all in good faith, because at the end of the day we're here to help one another. If we can truly get to the core of these problems, we know, and we can even prevent one person from suicide, so I think we're helping one person have a better state of mind, it's a victory. Okay, one life saved is more than enough. So let's build a community, let's have conversation with each other, let's promote accountability. Yeah, thank you very much for listening.